Gavin thoughtlessly picked on the bandages around his right arm. I've done this job for so many years, but I've never experienced something like this. He used his left hand to brush the light brown hair out of his face. I'm sorry if I'm rambling random stuff. I just can't get her out of my head. Whenever I close my eyes, or whenever I lie down to sleep, I only see her, staring at me with this anger, this strange woman. I mean, I know she's dead, but why do I need to keep seeing her face? It's as if she's haunting me. Gavin took a deep breath. I have been training and tutoring since I was 16. In the evenings I taught English and biology, and on the weekend I taught rugby. Both of it was in this poor neighborhood. The area had quite a bad reputation with drugs and gangs, and I heard a lot about abductions and murders and carjackings there. He forced a smile. I'm quite big, I know, but still never felt comfortable there. If anything, I thought my size made it even more obvious, more of a target. I just knew I was out of place. After my last student, I usually basically ran to my car, and the moment I got inside, I locked the doors and drove off as quickly as I could. Gavin shook his head. I did that so many times. At some point, it wasn't even the fear anymore. It was nearly automatic. I ran out of the house, unlocked the car, and jumped in. It wasn't something I thought about. But that evening, I got out later than usual. My student had a test and wanted me to stay longer. As a private teacher, that's not really a request. It's more of an order. If you don't comply, they will quickly find somebody else. So I stayed longer, nearly until 11 p.m. And right away when I ran to my car, something felt off. Gavin scratched his arms. It was as if the street was different from what I remembered, and the car itself seemed different, maybe more dirty than usual. I literally ran outside, threw my bag into the back, and locked the door. And only then I noticed the woman sitting in the passenger seat with this crazy look in her eyes. She had something in her hand. It really looked like a weapon, maybe a bomb or something, and she was shouting at me in this angry language. It sounded like Arabic or something. I was terrified and I didn't know what to do. So I started the engine and drove off. I didn't even think about how small she was. She seemed so angry and I didn't dare question her. She kept gesturing towards the side of the streets. And whenever she did, I looked to the next street and took a turn. But this woman was crazy. I mean, I don't know what she wanted. No matter how much I complied with her orders, she kept getting more and more aggravated. And when she started even hitting me, she hit my arms first, straight with her fingernails into my flesh. I pushed her back, but I was still driving and couldn't keep her to the side. So that somehow made her even madder, and she hit me only harder and was trying to scratch and hit my face. Gavin rubbed his knuckles. I don't know what came over me. It was more like an instinct, like, self-defense. I just hit her straight in the face. I didn't even think of it. I just hit her and moved the car to the right of the road to hold her back. But she got only more furious, and she kept shouting something about Allah, and she kept lashing out at me. It was as if she was trying to stab my eyes, so I hit her again, 2, 3, 4 more times, until she stopped moving. And only then, when I saw her lying there, with her head against the window, while I was fumbling for my phone to call the police, I looked in the back of the mirror and saw 2 small children. They were just sitting there, frozen in place, staring at me. They didn't say a word, but then I looked around. For the first time I really looked around, and only then I realized it was the same model, even the same color, but there were stickers on the window and a small dancing Elvis on the dashboard, and the stereo didn't look like mine, but it looked like mine. It wasn't my car. I didn't really want to kill her. It was just my brain, running on autopilot.